Welcome, yogi friends and scholars. My name is Alicia Dugar-Stevenson, and I am passionate about joint mobility. Joint mobility is really special to me because when I was diagnosed with lupus in 2009, my joints were so inflamed. There was so much inflammation that it was extremely painful for me to walk. And so today we're going to explore the joints, specifically joint mobility, because it is so important to how we function in our everyday life. So our text reference for today is the Yoga Anatomy coloring book. I like it because it takes complex things and really makes it plain. And before we get into the practice, I love the journal prompts today because I've been working on it myself. What behaviors of mine are feeling stale? How will I change to create more fluidity? So if you're watching this practice on the recording, go ahead and pause the video, take a couple minutes to respond to the journal prompts, and then come back. All right, the Yoga Anatomy coloring book. From the joints components, the ball and socket joint is something we're going to be really focusing in on today. Ball and socket joint, these are the most mobile of all the joints and include the hip and shoulder joints. We will specifically be working on the hip joint. A ball and socket joint is shaped basically the way it sounds. The rounded head of a long bone, the ball, fits snugly in the concave depression of another bone, the socket. A ball and socket joint can move through all planes of movement. It can flex and extend. It can adduct and adduct. Those sound so similar. Abduct and adduct. And it can rotate laterally and medially. So those sometimes all at once. That's how awesome the ball and socket joints are. So we're going to play around with those today. All right, so I see my live lady here, you can go ahead and finish up your journal prompts, and don't worry, you can always come back to it if you need more time. All right, so let's get on the mat. Come onto the mat in child's pose. Child's pose. Take your knees as wide as your mat. And then bring your toes to touch behind you. Shift your way back onto your feet or towards your feet and extend your arms out in front of you. Bring your forehead down to the floor. Stay here and take a few sighs in through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, sigh out of your mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale. Sigh out. Last one. From here, shift your weight into a tabletop. So press into your feet, come up into a tabletop. In your tabletop, if your wrists are feeling a little sensitive today, you can make fists and bring your wrist right under your ankles. Or your wrist right under your ankles. Your wrist right under your shoulders and your knees right under your hips. From here, start to move to the left and the right with your hips. You'll notice here that the mobility in your shoulders even allows you to move in your upper body without pain. So as you move side to side, just notice these muscles here that contribute to the support of your ball and socket joint. If you stick your hip out far enough to one side, you may be able to even notice a feeling or a sensation at the hip joint. Take 3 more breaths to move to the left and the right. and then come into center. Now we're going to take a hip circle, specifically like you're drawing a like letter O with your tailbone. So your tailbone goes up, around, and down. And really get into feeling the mobility, the ease, or even notice any stuck parts. You can make big circles, big O. Keep going in the same direction. Three more rounds in this direction and then switch. As you move, you may even notice other parts of your body starting to support you. Maybe you feel relief of tension in your low back. Maybe you feel your thoracic spine if you're making really big circles. Three more breaths in this direction. Cat-cow. So these are all different movements of the hip. Inhale, stick your tailbone up and reach your chin up. Exhale, bring your chin to chest and point your tailbone toward your knees. Inhale, round your front of the body, lift your chin up high, tailbone high. Exhale, bring your forehead to point towards your knees, bring your tailbone down. Inhale, tail up, chin up. Exhale, tail down, chin to chest. Two more on your own. Inhale to open the front. Exhale to lift up in your spine. Last one on your own. Fire hydrants. Take your left knee and shift it over and lift up until it's about hip height. Then slowly press back or your heel, straighten your leg back. Then bring your knee in towards your chin, bring your chin to chest. Or maybe you touch your nose to knee. So we're gonna take our knee all around the world. Inhale, open knee up, fire hydrant. Exhale, press foot back. Then stay here, add a knee bend, foot up to the sky, deep breath in. Exhale, hug knee to chin, knee to nose. Inhale, fire hydrant, lift it up. Exhale, kick it back, straight leg. Inhale, bend your knee, lift chin up. Exhale, knee, nose to knee. Inhale, fire hydrant, lift up. Exhale, straighten your leg back. Keep your leg here, bend your knee, lift your foot up. Inhale. Exhale, nose to knee. Last one. Inhale, fire hydrant, open up to the side. Exhale, straight back, toes down. Keep your leg here. Inhale, lift your heel up, chin up. Exhale, nose to knee. Release, lower that knee down. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, kick your heel back, toes face down. Stay here. Inhale, bend your knee, lift your heel up. Exhale, bring your nose to knee, tap. Inhale, open up your knee like wings. Exhale, press your foot back, level your hips. Inhale, lift only your heel up. Exhale, bring nose to knee. Inhale, widen your knee up, fire hydrant. Exhale, press your heel back, straight leg. Inhale, lift only your heel. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, fire hydrant. Exhale, foot back. Inhale, lift heel. Exhale, nose to knee. Last one. Inhale, fire hydrant. Exhale, straight leg back. Inhale, bend knee, heel up. Exhale, nose to knee. Release, downward facing dog. Press into your hands, lift your hips back and up. From here, bend your knee left and right. Stretch out your toes, especially if you wore shoes today. Take 3 deep breaths to move and bend your knees left and right. Inhale, shift your weight into high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, stay in your down dog, lift your heels up, tippy toes. Exhale, tippy toe your feet to the top of your mat. Bend your knees a lot. For a forward fold twist. With your knees bent so much that your upper body touches your thighs, take your left hand onto the mat under your face. Straighten only your right leg and bring your right hand to your low back or reach it up. With only your right leg straight, inhale, stretch your right shoulder up high. And as a rule of thumb, always place your palm the same way that your face is facing in a twist. If you're not sure where to put your face. Take your right hand down, switch the bend of your knees, straighten your left leg. Inhale, reach up, left hand on low back or reach it up to the sky. Stay here, spread your fingers wide. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, switch, open up through your right side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left side. Exhale, lower. Notice what you feel in your hip joints. Inhale, right side. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left side. Then exhale, lower down. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, chair pose. Shift your hips back. Reach your arms up. Now in chair pose, we get to really press your hips back and interlace your fingers for half chair. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward, and then lower your torso down. Lift your arms up at ear level. From here, take a deep breath in. Big sigh out of your mouth. One more deep breath. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to your legs. Give yourself a loving touch, maybe a gentle squeeze. Walk your hands up your legs. Inhale, stand up, reach up. Look up, baby back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Moon salutation. Inhale, reach up. And this is a variation. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, 5-point star. Widen your legs out. Widen your arms out. Stay here for your inhale. Bring your arms right at shoulder height, Niqua. I can see you fine, but just bring your arms up. Right, a little higher. Yes. Exhale, goddess pose. Turn your toes out, bend your knees, and then bring your elbows into a goalpost shape. Spread your elbows away from your armpits. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, 5-point star. Warrior 2, turn your right toes over to the right. Bend your right knee. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Lean forward and reverse your warrior. Turn your right palm to face up. Reach up and back. I like left hand on leg, on hip, or if you're feeling really strong in your hips today and really open, you can take a half bind with the opposite arm. So you choose where you go in this shape. Rebend your right knee. Take a deep breath into your right side ribs. Exhale, come all the way back through center for triangle, Trikonasana. Lean forward, reach, reach, reach. Once you can't reach anymore, take your right hand down, reach your left hand up. Here, stack your shoulders on top of each other. Stretch out through your fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Bring your both hands down, bend your right knee, and bring your left knee to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take half splits. Straighten your front leg. Flex your right toes back to your face. Take a deep breath in. Reach your chest forward, chin forward. Exhale, standing splits. Shift your weight onto your right leg. I like to take my right hand at my ankle. Shift your weight towards your right leg. Lift your left leg up. Lower your left leg. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, 5-point star. Inhale, goddess pose. Exhale, 5-point star. Inhale, warrior 2, left side. Stay here, bend your left knee right over your ankle. Yes. Nico, you can actually scoot your front foot forward more. Make your stance longer. Like your feet more space between your feet. Inhale, turn your left palm to face up. Reach forward. When you reach forward, the benefit that you get here is to feel connected to your front hip. So lean forward till you feel your left hip turn on or say hello. Then keep your leg where it is. Reach your arm up to reverse your warrior. So keep your left knee bent. Yep. Hand options, same as before. On leg, on hip, or around your low back. Take a deep breath in, rebend your knee. Exhale, come all the way back upright, straighten your front leg. Trikonasana, triangle. Lengthen forward through your fingertips. Send your right hip back away from your fingers. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, lower your hand down, reach your right arm up. I like to put hand on ankle or shin or block. If you use a block behind your leg. Why? Because the goal is to open up through your chest in this pose. So if your hand is behind your leg, you get to open more. From here, low lunge. Bring your hands to frame your left foot. Lower your right knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Straighten your front leg or half splits. Flex your toes back. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, vertical splits. Shift your weight to your left foot. Option for hand to ankle. Forward fold, lower your right leg. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. One more round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Bonus. Baby back bend. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, 5-point star. Inhale, goddess pose. Exhale, 5-point star. Inhale, goddess pose. Now we're going to try something a little challenging. Leave your right leg where it is. Exhale, warrior two. Just turn only your left foot. Straighten your left leg. There we go. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Take your right arm, lean forward to turn on your hip, then reach up and back. Bend your right knee. Exhale, triangle. Straighten your front leg. Lean forward, reach, reach, reach. Go down. Low lunge. Bring your hands to frame your right leg. Inhale, stretch up through your fingertips. Exhale, half splits. Shift your weight back, flex your toes back. Notice how many different planes we can move in this hip joint. It's amazing. Vertical split, shift your weight forward, lift your left leg high. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Baby back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, 5-point star. Inhale, goddess pose. Exhale, 5-point star. Inhale, goddess. Exhale, turn only your right leg straight for warrior two, left side. Inhale, reverse your palm, your warrior, reach forward through your palm and then up and back. Exhale, triangle, straighten your front leg, reach, 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 and then go down. Stretch up through your right fingertips. Low lunge, frame your back foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, half splits. Vertical split, shift your weight to left leg, lift your right leg high. Forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right side, lean. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side, lean. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to heart. Yogi squat. Take your hands and adjust your body. Here, I'm going to show you. I'll give you a visual. There we go. Adjust your body so that you can be towards the middle of your mat because we're going to be moving a little bit. Yogi squat, option to use a block. I have lots of different size blocks. If you have thicker blocks or thinner blocks, as long as you feel sturdy, supported, place a block underneath your hips. If you don't have a block, you can do yogi squat without a block. Or if you have a pillow or a cushion or something to sit on, you can absolutely do that as well. will only be on the block for a short period of time. So if you're not using a block, that's totally fine. All right, from here, bring your palms together and press your elbows in towards these are your adductors because they bring everything in towards the middle line. So notice what happens when you press your elbows into your inner thighs and then inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, press your shoulders down. So see what that feels like in yogi squat without the block. So now remove the block for yogi squat. Arms press into inner thighs. Press your tailbone down towards the mat. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Now we're going to do some dynamic movements to feel our joints. Bring your hands out in front of you. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest up, and lift your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down and your tailbone up. You can turn your feet in. Inhale, hips down, arms up, chest up. Exhale, hands down, hips up. I like sound effects, so feel free to use those. Inhale, arms up, chest up. Exhale, hands down, hips up. Inhale, chest up, fingers high. Exhale, hips up, tailbone high. Inhale, chest up, reach up. Exhale, hands down, hips up. 3 more. Inhale, point your tailbone down, lift your arms. Exhale, press into the floor, press your tailbone high. Keep going, 2 more. Notice the movement, the fluidity in your joints. Last one. Then meet in a standing, wide-legged forward fold. From here, take your left hand under your face for a twist. Bring your right hand to your low back or reach it straight up to the sky. Inhale, stretch your chest away from your belly. Get long in your torso. Exhale, keep your hips level. Reach your right shoulder up. So here, the goal is to twist in your thoracic spine. So that's your middle spine. So try not to shift your weight one side to the other with your hips. Only reach up through your right shoulder. Stay here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower your right hand. Spread your right hand on the ground. Bring your left hand to your low back. I really love playing with hand at low back because it lets me feel more and be aware of my hip joints. Inhale, stretch your chest away from your tailbone. Exhale, keep your low back where it is. Stretch your left shoulder up. Twist in your thoracic spine. 2 more deep breaths in your twist. Reach your left collarbone high. Keep your hips level. Release. Bring your both hands down. Take your hands to your feet or ankles. So you can grab the backs of your ankles. You can bring your feet on top of your fingertips and step on your fingers. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Then inhale, stretch your head down towards the floor. Exhale, shift your weight towards your toes so that your head gets really long, your spine gets really long. Notice how this feels in your hip joints. If you're feeling really flexy, you can bend your elbows out to the side to reach your head down more. Take 3 more deep breaths in whichever variation you've chosen. Release. Yogi squat. Lower your hips. Lift your chest. Straddle pose. To get down to the floor, you can simply sit down, or you can bring your feet in until you can gently set your butt on the ground. Yeah. And then take your feet out to the side in a seated straddle. Step, step. Stretch your right arm over to the right. Inhale, spread your fingers, lift up through your torso. Exhale, lean to the right. Maybe your hand comes down to shin, maybe down to foot. For side bend, reach your left arm out, stretch it away from you. Maybe you feel something in your underarm. Stretch your arms so far away from you that you feel something. Yeah. Then exhale, come all the way over. Notice how much you can lean over without lifting your left hip. Keep your left hip on the floor. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. 2 more. Come all the way upright. Stretch both arms out like wings. Spread your fingers so wide that you start to feel the webbings of your fingers. Spread your fingers, spread your hands away from each other so you start to feel warmth in between your shoulders. Feel warmth in your armpits. Spread your toes wide. We're going to stay here for deep breaths in through your nose. 2 exhales out of your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Create movement with your belly. 3 more. Last one. Reach over to the left side. Bring your left hand down on your leg or foot. Stretch your right arm away. What I notice is that when I stretch my arms before a side bend, it gives extra feeling, extra awareness. Notice what parts of your body you can feel right now. One more deep breath. Stretch your right arm away. You feel that shoulder, don't you? Side bend. Take your arm up and over. Without lifting your right hip. Inhale, roll your shoulder up. Open your collarbone up to the sky. Yep. Exhale, stay here. Lower only your shoulder away from your ear. Yeah, like that. Take 3 sides. Come all the way upright to center. Then walk your hands down in front of you. We're going to play around with segmenting. So inhale, reach your chest up and flex your toes back. Exhale, walk down through your hands. 1 or 2 hand distance. Yeah, like that. Inhale, scoop your chest forward. Spread your toes wide. Exhale, 1 or 2 hand distance forward. Yes. Inhale, scoot your chest forward. Stick your tailbone back behind you. Exhale, you can lower your forearms to the mat, or if you have more room to go, you can go further. You might even lower all the way your face to the floor. Stay here, soften your mouth. Here's where you're gonna take some joints relieving sighs. You're gonna relieve some tension with your big sighs out. Take a deep breath in. Let something go. Do that again. Soften your mouth, soften your lips. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Last one, best one. Release. Gently walk yourself upright. Gently bring your legs in. Hello, left leg. Gently bring your right leg in. Take your time. Bring yourself to face one of the short edges of your mat. Wrap your arms around your legs. Inhale, press up through your chest. Exhale, shift your weight all the way down. Go slow. All the way down, on your back. Supine, happy baby. Bring your knees up. Connect your hands to feet. Widen your knees for happy baby. In this happy baby pose, press your knees down towards the floor. Press your tailbone down towards the floor. Yeah. Stay here. Straighten only your left leg. And then bring your left leg back, straighten your right leg. Bring your right leg back. Option to straighten both legs. Maybe you take a supine middle splits if you have the room. Release, hug both knees into your chest. Twist, take your knees close to your body and then down towards the left side for a twist. Stretch your right arm over to the right. Press your right shoulder to the floor. Stay here for a vibrating breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale with vibration. Two more. Bring your low back to the mat. Twist to the other side. Hug your knees in. Stretch your left arm away from your body. Take 3 vibrating breaths. Give yourself more vibration. Bring your low back to the mat. Shavasana. Stretch out long on your mat. Open your toes out to the side. Close your eyes. One way that I always get to feel I get the most out of this pose is when I don't think about anything else. When I tell myself I deserve this moment of stillness. No one needs anything from me, right? I don't need anything from anyone else. So right here, take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. Slow sigh out. For today's Shavasana, we're going to add a mantra. A mantra is a saying that you repeat in your head silently to yourself. This mantra is a way of communicating with your subconscious. So as you repeat this silent mantra, you're telling yourself, you're affirming to yourself, I am free. 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 Keep repeating this mantra to yourself for the next 60 seconds. I am. I am free. I am free. You can stop repeating the mantra and rest a moment in silence. And slowly wiggle your toes and fingers. Bring your awareness back to this moment, this body. Hug your knees in to your chest. Give yourself a bonus hug. You might choose to say something you need to hear, even if it's I love you, thank you. And roll onto one side and make your way up to seated. When we press our hands together to create a seal, this is a way of sealing physically and non-physically. So as we close out our yoga practice today, we're going to use this hand seal, Anjali Mudra, which is very recognizable. It's prayer hands. And so this is going to seal our practice in. And what we're sealing is a commitment to continue our practice, whether it's to look for ways you can create more freedom in your joints, whether it's just a thank you for making it to class today. Maybe you have some other thing that you're sealing in, your intention to focus and to move freely. So whatever it is you're sealing in, it's your choice. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Then seal your hands together at the top. Draw your hands down past your eyes so the things you see support what you're sealing in. Past your mouth, the things you hear and say support what you're sealing in, and then down into your center. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in you. Namaste. Grab your journal. All right, for today's opening journal prompts, if you need it again, is right here. What behaviors of mine are feeling stale? How will I change to create more fluidity? And then if you already gotten the first journal prompt, your after class journal prompt, 3 things I observed today, physically and non-physically. So physical things could be, my right wrist was pretty stiff today. Non-physical could be, I kept thinking about what's happening tomorrow. Take a moment to reflect. All right. Would anyone like to share?
Hi,
Hey,
made it today.
you made it.
So, some things physically that I noticed or heard was all the cracking in my joints when we were moving through the yogi squat. My hips are always like a point of tightness for me, so it's always good to have a lot of movement, fluid movement, and that was a good stretch for my entire back leg, the entire backside basically. So that was great. The cues that you gave really helped with opening through my shoulders and my thoracic spine and the forward fold. So like reaching your head forward, that made me realize that, or I guess pay attention to and be aware of the areas that are tight, which is basically my entire backside. So I appreciated that. And then stretching through, or I felt the stretch through my entire legs when doing the seated side bend in the straddle pose. So that stretched everything out. I just felt like I was just pulled, like, and my shoulders too. The opening your arms wide and stuff. So it was just good to feel my body because it's been like a few weeks that I've missed your class. So
Yes. That one's intense. The engagement, and it's really interesting because like even the spreading of the fingers really wide, it's
mhm.
like I don't know, people don't really just do that normally. So it's like to do
Right.
that is like, okay, my hands are feeling warm, and it's like, wait, I can feel different parts. Like, I can feel my armpits. I can feel, so it's lighting everything up. Yeah, I love doing those. So I'm glad you enjoyed. And
Thank
yes, you
you.
gotta work on the tightness. Keep you feeling free and fluid.
Fluid. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for sharing. Nikla, how you feel today? Welcome home.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be back. For the physical, this has been something I've actually noticed for a while, but I couldn't like pinpoint what the issue was. It's not a pro, it's not a con, it's just something I've noticed. But I'm an athlete and I'm always working out. I've done CrossFit, bodybuilding, everything. So I've always like when I'm doing your classes, I always ask myself, why am I struggling to hold this pose? And it hit me today. I was like, okay, there's different types of strengths. I struggle with static strength, the ability to stay in one place for an extended period of time. So when we're doing like the high plank or some of the warrior poses, that 4 to 5 seconds to me feels like it's a nightmare. And I notice that I start to breathe heavy. And instead of actually appreciating the pose, I'm like, okay, when is she going to tell us to change? When is she going to tell us to change? And so, I just noticed that it's something I have to work on. I know it's something that's going to develop over time, but I've noticed it. And today I think it finally hit me what the issue is. Um,
That's huge.
Another thing,
That's a huge win. Oh my gosh. To, to notice that part of you, like that behavior, that response, that thought pattern, that experience, and to
yeah.
really to communicate that, to realize that, that's huge. That's awesome.
Thank you. And then I remember one class you told us, you said, teaching is not the same thing as attending class. Make sure you're still attending so that you can get what you need. Well, the last time I actually attended class was last Wednesday. And since I got back from my parents' house, I really haven't been able to actually attend yoga, but I've been teaching it a lot. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I'm still, getting what I need, but I'm not. And I realized that today because it feels so much better just being able to like listen to you and focus on me and my physical needs as opposed to me teaching others and looking around the classroom like, okay, make sure you turn your left foot in. I can actually kind of be selfish and give my body what it needs. So going into today's class, I was nervous, but at the very end, my body appreciated everything. I definitely feel fluid, for lack of better words.
Yes,
Yeah.
fluid. I'm so glad. Yes, it's such an important thing for yoga teachers to get a practice where they are just the student. Because yes, you're moving your body and you're doing the postures, but it's completely different. It's like, if you were to, let's say, I was just thinking about my husband. If I'm like having sex with my husband, but I'm thinking about something else, it's going to be a completely different experience than if I'm like present there, in the moment, just enjoying it. And same thing with eating. If I'm like stuffing my face, or even if I'm driving and I just happen to be at my final destination, it's like, doing it, experiencing it, and really getting to get what I need to get out of it as opposed to pouring into others. And so that's why I
Mhm.
say for yoga teachers, because I think I explained this maybe to you, but people say, oh, I need to fill up my cup before I pour into others. Well, the only way to do that it's not like this. You're not pouring into
Mhm.
others like this. It's from here, pouring in, pouring in, pouring in. And then when it fills up so much that you are so full, it starts to overflow. And then
Mhm.
everyone around you benefits from the overflow. You're not emptying, you're filling. And so that's why, for multiple reasons, it's important for yoga teachers to get their own practice. I went to
And,
class
and
today. It was great.
and to piggyback off that, I noticed that I'm more excited to teach my classes when I've attended other classes. Because again, I've taken care of myself and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Now I don't mind taking care of everyone else. But when I haven't gotten what I need, I feel like it's more of an obligation as opposed to me being excited to give to my students. So this was much needed, much needed.
Yeah. Plus, I
Yeah.
feel like, when I hear and I'm around other teachers, it helps me hear different ways to explain things. I mean, it not only supports my physical, but it's like, oh, I could say it like this, or oh, I haven't thought about putting this pose, and
Mhm.
like, oh, well, I don't like that. I mean, it's just so many different things to learn. And so,
Yeah.
yes. All
Yeah.
right, y'all. Well, it was so lovely to be here with you today. Any other questions that y'all might have that I can answer? Question, yes, Jessica.
I just want to talk to you afterwards.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Have a great day. See you same time, same place next week.
All right. Bye.
Joints. We're working on joints.
Okay.
All right. See you.